This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. Go to the link in the description below so they know that I sent you. Before we start another draft, which will be a traditional draft for Ravnica Allegiance, which means best of 3, I want to remind everybody that my content is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can click on their logo on the panels below on Twitch, and it'll take you right to their website. They'll know I sent you. Same thing on YouTube, except there you click on a link in the description below. All right, let's jump in here. Okay. Rick's Mighty Reveler is really good. I've seen it kind of be underrated. I did a couple drafts on Magic Online recently, and I saw one go like 12th pick. You know, a 2-mana 2/2 that makes you discard a card and draw a card is already kind of good. But where it really gets good is with Spectacle. I like it more than the Oligarch. It just has way more upside. Way more upside. That's cool. What'd you buy in Card Kingdom, Zach? Yeah, we'll take the Reveler here. Ooh. Gotta wonder what the bots took here. Probably a premium removal spell, because Pestilent Spirit's pretty good, too. It fits perfectly, too, if we want to be Rakdosing. I'm not sure how I feel about Kaya's Ghost form. I've kind of been going back and forth. The thing I don't love about it, I mean, I think it is at its best on Planeswalkers, as you're sort of indicating, Kevin. The thing I don't like about it is if you put it on creatures, first of all, you're opening yourself up to a 2-for-1 if they have any mana up, which is already not good. But in addition to that, if you put it on a creature and they kill your creature, you're still just trading 1-for-1, which isn't great. Like, your creature comes back and then they have to find another way to kill it, I guess, but I think it's okay. I've kind of been going back and forth on Kaya's Ghost form. I like that it can reset loyalty. It obviously works well with the mass creatures and the like, but I don't love it. So, yeah, I think we'll take Scorchmark. You know, it has a little additional value with Pestilent Spirit, but I think it's what we would take anyway. Hey, Fireblade Artist. Yes, please. I would also like a Rakdos Trumpeter, but the artists are better. Well, there is a Grasping Thrall. I don't think Kaya's Ghost form is going to be very good, Kevin. That's my prediction for now. Obviously, it's early, but I think it might be better than I'm thinking it is, which is probably like a D. So it probably might be more like a C. Here, very early in the format. Not even the format yet, but... So we could take a Grasping Thrall and think about trying to splash it. We could take a Rakdos Guildgate, a Rebel Slinger, or a Bloodmist Infiltrator. All of which seem fine. Yeah, I can splash white. I'm not convinced that's the best thing to do in a Rakdos deck, but given this pack's power level, I think that may still be the pick. I mean, Rakdos Guildgate is up there, but we'll take the Thrall and see what happens. Hey, there's another one. Well, okay. Huh. So we got final payment here, too. After starting very Rakdosy, it's starting to look like we're going to be going somewhere else. The Spirit Oak see play either way, at least. The problem with a card like Ghost Form, I think, too, like, even if it's at its best, is how situational it is. There'll be plenty of games where it doesn't do anything, or it does very little. You like have to have something that's worth putting it on, and you're just not always going to have it. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want the gate or the payment. Yeah, I'll take the guild gate. Okay, well, we continue to see things that make us want to be Orzhov more than that make us want to be Rakdos. So, these are all pretty good cards. I mean, Ill-Gotten Inheritance, Twilight Panther, Sentinel's Mark, Noxious Grudian. I think the Sentinel's Mark is the best of the 4 of them. I've just been pretty impressed with it on the whole. Do we just take a second one? I kind of think we might. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, well now there's a Rakdos Roustabout, so who knows where we're going to end up, right? I mean, it's not like Roustabout's great, but it's fine. So here, maybe I should take Consign to the Pit because it'll see play in either deck, but I do think Roustabout is probably a better card. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, 99. I mean, it's not like Roustabout's great. So I think, yeah, taking the card that'll see play in either deck, probably worth it. Okay, well now there's a Rakdos Trumpeter. This was... Oh, yeah, we actually have a sideboard in this format, so that kind of matters. Okay, well. Does that lock us into red? I'd say it probably does. We lose our Sentinels marks, but we can try to splash Thralls. There's also a Gate Colossus, but Skargan Hellkite's one of the few cards in the set that you take over Gate Colossus, I think. It's just absurd. Yeah, it's also worth noting with the Ghost form that your Planeswalker's loyalty gets reset too. So, I mean, it's intriguing. It's definitely the kind of card that I could see myself being wrong about just because it's so weird, basically. So yeah, let's take the Hellkite. Big bad Hellkite. Okay, so here, I think we take Get the Point. I think we want to zero in on Rakdos now, really. Well, there's a Bedazzles here, the critics, Scorchmark. So yeah, these probably don't see any play. The Thralls are potentially splashable. We could take another Orzhov Guildgate, but the cards here are so good that I would take Bedeck, Blade Juggler, Scorchmark, and Skewer the Critics before I would take an Orzhov Guildgate here. We do have a slight additional value for doing damage, but it's just one card. It's Pestilent Spirit, so I feel like maybe a removal spell like Bedeck might be better. Yeah, this pack has too much good stuff for us. Couldn't it have been spread out? I'm leaning towards the Skewer. I honestly think it's better than Bedeck in most situations. Yeah. Skewer it is. Okay. Here I think we take an Orzhov Guildgate. There's a Plague White. But we already have a decent number of 2s. And while the Plague White's fine, if I can play Grasping Thrall, I think we should. Basically. Okay, here... Not a lot for us. Bladebrand does have some combos with some cards in this color pair. So that's probably what I take. I don't think I need another Consign to the Pit. So I guess I'll take the Bladebrand. Okay, another Skewer. I think we take that over, Smelt Ward Ignis, which is a fine 2-drop, and Feral Maca, which is a fine 2-drop as well. So Footlight Fiend is one of the cards you can combo with Bladebrand, but there's also a Scorchmark here. So I think we're just going to take all the removal in the world because it keeps getting passed to us. Okay, and then there's this pack. Actually, Grudian's fine. Scavenger is better in the Orzhov deck than this one. I kind of like having one in the Orzhov deck. I'll take another Grudian. Okay, so... Cavalcade of Calamity. I don't think you're going to work out. No, you don't work out. Yeah, the new Tulsimir is nuts. I agree. Thank you, Twilight Pony, for the bits. The new Tulsimir looks like a legit bomb that it's hard not to first pick. Plus, there's some other Wolf synergy that we've already seen spoiled. So, which it's an uncommon card, but yeah, I'm probably gonna take the Slinger here. I mean, we're not desperate for 2-drops. We have 3, and we're still on the second pack. So I don't think we want to take the mediocre 2-drop here, and I don't think we want to take the Wrecker either. So, oh, Blade Juggler came back. Okay, I'll take it. Take Storm Strike, Thirsting Shade. All right, here we will take a mediocre 2-drop because there aren't really any other options. Man, Lumbering Battlement is good. Trying to splash it is probably not the best plan, but it is a good card that I wish I had gotten to play more. Okay, so This pack has Skewer the Critics and Ill-Gotten Inheritance in it. I think you got to take the Skewer. Like, Ill-Gotten Inheritance is a real win condition, but these Skewers pretty much are too. Like, we can use them for lethal. And yeah. The reason I don't want to splash the Battlement so much is because I'm not convinced we'll even be able to splash our Thralls. Like, at this point, I think I need a little more help before I can. And if there weren't a Skewer in this pack, maybe I would speculate and take it. But there's another Skewer, so yeah, I think I'd rather go with the Skewer. Wow, so we can have 4 Skewer the Critics, you say? Well, all right, I'll take it. Okay, so maybe now we have as much removal as we need, and we should take a Blade Juggler over another Scorchmark, or maybe a Rakdos Guildgate. But Blade Juggler is just so good. Like, I can't say no to Blade Juggler. All right, 1 Dead Revels always seems good to me. I think it's better than Rafter Demon. Okay, so we have seen so much removal here. We haven't actually seen a Grotesque Demise yet, but I do think we're probably going to take a 2 here. Just because we could really use one. And it's a good one. Yeah, so we'll take the Enforcer. More Death Touch seems good. All right, so 3rd Grasping Thrall, huh? Let's hope we see a lot of gates here. We may not. It may be... Ooh. I'll take another Fireblade Artist, though. Man, 4th Grasping Thrall. I think here we got to take the removal that we know is going to make the cut. We did pass some gates. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the Late Ill-Gotten Inheritance, I think. We did pass some gates early, but I think we had to. Well, here's another Guild Gate. Is that going to be enough to splash? It might be enough for 1 Thrall, but I don't think it's enough for 3. Could be wrong. Wow. Those are some very playable cards late in that pack. Okay. So, can I really splash 3 Grasping Thralls off 2 Orzhov Guildgates and a Rakdos Guildgate? I don't think I can. I think we can probably splash 1, and that's probably what we'll do. Yeah, it's just not going to be enough. Yeah, this deck looks great. A lot of them have lately, though. All right, so yeah, so ideally, I don't think we're playing... Oop, I took out my Rick's Monty Reveler, which we don't want to do. I don't think we're playing either of those, ideally. I don't think I want to splash them all. I mean, 2 at the most is probably where we need to go. Yeah, ending up with all the burn we did and Pestilent Spirit could be pretty fun. That's for sure. Alright, so yeah, we don't need another Maca. We have way better 2-drops. We have 5 of them. So we have a bunch of like medium 3-drops, and we're probably going to cut something there. Man. Tricky. We have an Embarrassment of Riches, at least, but I do kind of feel like going down to 1 Thrall is probably the ideal move. Then we don't need to run a Blaze Basic Plains. I think the 2 Guild Gates is probably good enough. Yeah. So, I don't think we want to cut any more 2s. I mean, maybe we cut Blade Brand. We don't have any of the Blade Brand combos, which makes it considerably less good. And it's not like we don't have miles and miles of removal anyway. Yeah, we could have had a bunch of gates, that's for sure. So, probably... I've been reasonably happy with Viscopa Vampire. I think it's our worst 3-drop. At least main board is probably the Slinger. And After that, it probably is a vampire, though. We're definitely a less aggressive than usual Rakdos deck. Yeah, I mean... The question is whether it's even worth splashing the one Thrall. It probably is. This is not an easy cut to make. Especially because we only have 16 lands. So we still have 3 cards we have to cut. Yeah, the Blade Jugglers are basically 3s. That's, we can put them there. Man. I guess maybe we can cut Consign to the Pit in a deck with this much removal. I mean, it's not like it's efficient. That might be the place to go. Yeah, I think we'll go there. We can side it in against opponents that have lots of big creatures or something. So we still need to cut 2 cards, technically. I don't think we can get away with 16 lands here. Two more cards. Man. Is it another vampire and just get rid of Grasping Thrall too? I don't know. It's kind of tempting. Since our mana is not great for the Thrall, we don't have any other payoffs for playing Guild Gates. I mean, we can think about it going lower on lands, but I don't think we want to with Skargan Hellkite. Alright, so maybe I'm just cutting another vampire here. Is the Roustabout better? Probably, maybe. We do want Spectacle to get going, and it helps with that more than most of our cards. Alright, I'm cutting another vampire. And then I think I'm just going to cut the Thrall. I mean, we could play it, but I don't think our mana is good enough for it to be like at its best. So yeah, now we need to add 3 lands. And I think we want... So there's 8 red, 7 black, so... yeah, 9 red and 9 black now. That works for me. The creature count is 13, I think. Which is kind of awkward with Fireblade Artist, but hey. Basically, I think our goal is to sort of get in for a bit of early damage, then lock down the ground with Death Touchers, and either win with Ill-Gotten Inheritance or our Hellkite. That's our basic plan, I think. And yeah, another potential plan is just burn people out. You know, it's a bad, bad hand. Really? Well, let's see here. Should we keep this one? I mean, if we draw any land, we're drawing first. We can at least sort of fend off our opponent with our Scorch Marks. So I think it's a keep. Yeah, we'll leave that on top. I mean, we kind of want a mountain. I mean, a swamp. But if we can hit the second land for Scorch Mark, I think we're capable of surviving for a while at least. Alright, we'll pass the turn. Planning on Scorch Marking something. I think I'm just going to let the Pteramander hit me right now. Yeah, at least it's best of 3. That's for sure. Okay, so we're just going to Scorch Mark this now. Would be great to draw a Swamp here, because we can play Roustabout, attack with it next turn, play Blade Juggler, And from there, probably smooth out our draws and kill a bunch of stuff. Make the game go long. Ooh, that worked out beautifully. Alright, so they probably have a counterspell up. Let's find out. Oh. Or they're going to keep me from triggering my what I want to trigger. Okay. Alright. Something to kill with Scorch Mark. I think we're just going to go for it now. Could have a counterspell here. Thought Collapse or something. Kind of okay with that. Because then we'll just kill it with Skewer on our turn. I mean, I would rather die here. But if they trade... Okay. That's a little better. For us, I think. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and Skewer... Alright, we've got another Skewer now. Creature we can Skewer, I should say. So I think we go for it. Alright, well, we're kind of doing what we expected this deck to do, which is kill everything. We do need to find a win condition. Alright, so... I think I'm just going to attack here on the off chance. You know, we have Dead Revels. And if they block, we do 1 damage? Okay. Well then. Alright, so we're going to play Fireblade Artist. And Orzhov Enforcer here. So we're probably just going to sack the Roustabout to do 2. Because it's not doing anything. And it'll also let us play Blade Juggler more cheaply. Okay. Alright, so I think I attack with my Enforcer here. I could play the Juggler first. Yeah, maybe that's smart. Okay. Probably just use our Dead Revels here, one way or another. Yeah, so... Get back Juggler and Roustabout. We don't want to sack a creature here. So Orzhov Enforcer hopefully can just start triggering Spectacle. Yeah, I like the... he did a great job with my emotes, that's for sure. So let's try to juggle here. Alright. There goes another Blade Juggler, but also a bunch of lands, and I don't mind that part. Rakdos Trumpeter is pretty good on this board. Well, now it's not so good. It's still not bad. I can kill one of them if I need to. Ooh, hello. So, do I just skewer the one I can kill and attack here? Yeah. You guys attack. It's not like we're doing a lot of damage here, but we're trying to set up a situation where, you know, drawing our Hellkite or our Ill-Gotten Inheritance can just win us the game. Okay. Wow, are they really gonna block that Enforcer? They must have something, right? Yeah, they got something. Okay, fair enough. I think it's more worth playing my Roustabout than getting in for some extra damage there. See if they counter this. They do. Man, Rixmati Reveler. That would have been nice to draw at this point. At least our Hellkite's not in there. Hello. Alright, so we're going to attack. If they block, we pump our Trumpeter and kill one of them. Yeah. Well, actually, we can only kill the Beastmaster, huh? That works for me, though. Man, if they have counter magic now, I'm gonna be real sad. We can at least play around Quench. Oh, good. It resolves. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That may not be good. Yeah, we may be in trouble now. They can draw a bunch of extra cards. They've got a guy who's about to be a 6/6 in play. No blocks. We need to draw one of our straight-up kill spells. Or a creature with Death Touch, which we have several of still in our deck. Ooh, well, we can at least get that out of the way and start racing here. Yeah, let's do it. Hold on to this land of bluff. Well, that's not good. Hey, Death Toucher. Just what I was hoping for. Can at least stop the bigger guy from hitting us. Hopefully. Oh, no, not quite. We can basically win next turn between 2 damage from this. Oh, never mind. Not quite. We need another turn. Most likely. What we don't want them to do is go off with Dovin's Acuity here. Okay, that's not good news, but it does mean they might attack with it, which might be good news. In terms of getting in for a bit of damage, but probably not. We both got very few cards left. Okay. So, yeah, not quite. Yeah, I guess I could have done that, but I think we're okay without doing it. Because we'll do 6 to them next turn one way or another. And they're not going to kill us, so... Unless, of course, they gain some life off Dovin's Acuity here, in which case we're in trouble. But doing a little bit of damage to them at the time wouldn't have mattered anyway, so... Crap. That's doubly bad. We don't have that source of damage anymore. And they're going to gain 2 life. Man. We did not pick a good time to draw all our lands. That's for sure. Interesting. What the hell? We'll go down and they'll draw a card, which is not good, but we need to draw like our Hellkite. That's like is that our main way out of this situation? Probably. Yeah. I'm sure we'll draw a land, though. Let's be real. Okay. That makes a little bit of a difference. Thank you for the subscription, 30-pound night. Appreciate the support. Okay. This gives us a bit of a chance, at least, because we can, again, block and kill Soroform Hybrid. We just, yeah, I think we played all our skewers. 1, 2... No, we still do have one in our deck, don't we? Okay, well. If I were them, I would have waited to use that during my main phase, because they don't have much to lose if they had, you know. With Dovin's Acuity in play. I think I block the hybrid here. I mean, letting them draw cards isn't good, but I think that's kind of what we have to do and hope it doesn't go badly for us. So we do have one skewer left in our deck. Our Hellkite's still in our deck. Either of those would be good. We do actually have another Fireblade Artist, but that won't matter for a turn. So, yeah. So, okay. I think we block... Maybe we just block the Gateway Sneak. And chump block the hybrid and go to 6. Yeah, I think that actually works for me. The 1 damage... Oh, both our Fireblades are in a graveyard. Good to know. We do have a decent chance of drawing something that can win us the game pretty much on the spot. Less, you know, more than 10% chance of making that happen. Ooh, hello. So if I go with haste, so we have what do we have? We have 10 mana, so we can't quite get it done here, but we can play this and use his ability to kill the Sage's Row Savant, I guess. If I play it with haste, I can't kill the Sage's Row Savant. Man, we're just 1 mana shy. Isn't that annoying? I don't think we can afford to give it haste with the way the board looks, unfortunately. But I think we can get it a +1/+1 counter and kill their 2 small creatures, because we can actually divide the damage. So we go boom, boom, submit. All right, and then we end our turn. And the plan's going to be to block with Frog Lizard here and hope that does enough for us. Alright, we got there. That timely Skargan Hellkite was nice. So, I don't think... You know, Consigned to the Pit does get a little better against people playing cards with Adapt and stuff, just because they'll have put a lot of mana into it, but I still don't think we want it. No. Do we want Rubble Slinger? No. Yeah, the Hellkite has a tendency to come through big. We had like the exact right amount of mana there too. Even though we didn't have enough to just win right away, having the mana to kill our 2 small creatures right off the bat was good. Have a nice day at work, Fiddles. It looked like we were going to lose that one for a while there, but Ill-Gotten Inheritance also kept us kicking, and timely Death Touch creature helped too. Alright, I think this is solid. I mean, I think our deck did in the last game what we wanted to do. Kill a bunch of early stuff. Draw the game out and win with either our bomb or Ill-Gotten Inheritance. I'm just going to Scorch Mark this now. Alright, so is our creature going to get Thought Collapsed here? Let's find out. No. Probably going to get Slime Bound again, the poor guy. Okay, so I don't actually think we need to worry about Scorch Marking this or skewering it right away. Slime Bind to make it so I don't get to Blade Juggler again. Ah, okay. That's not so bad. I'm just going to replay him. I mean, getting in for the damage would have been better, but, you know, it could have been worse. Much worse could have happened there. Okay. Alright, so I can actually kill both of these this turn. So I think we skewer the Beastmaster. Don't tell me you have +1/+1 counter spell. Oh, they don't. But that does mean, yeah, we don't get to skewer the Pteramander right now either. Yeah, it's not good. I was imagining I'd get to skewer the Pteramander. I guess I should have skewered it first. Alright. We don't have much time against Pteramander here. And we don't have that many cards that can kill it. We have a couple. Our Hellkite would be kind of okay. Okay, we're gonna play Blade Juggler. Okay, we're gonna play Fireblade Artist. Yeah, get the point would do it. Just gonna try to race, but obviously this is a race we're not gonna win at this point. We do have double skewer, so that'll do the job, but we'll be at 3 by the time we can do that, and they may have counter magic. So, yeah, what do they have in their hand, you know? I don't think we want to know. But we're gonna find out. Because the only way we win is... Yeah, they've got... No. They've got a counterspell. No, they don't. Ooh. Hello there. Alright, so now... We'll return both of these guys. And we're going to try to pull ahead in this bad boy. Alright. Looks like that got us there. Yeah, the double skewer was great. That was the only way we could survive. Luckily, it worked out. Might have been resource heavy, but like we didn't really have a choice. So, and luckily it worked out for us. Mulligan. All right, this looks good. Turn 2 Fireblade Artist when we're on the play. Ill-Gotten Inheritance. I think we can probably put this on the bottom and try to draw some more early action. I wonder if they have Scorchmark. Or their own Fireblade Artist, maybe? Rakdos Trumpeter. Okay, so... Is it worth Grotesque demising this Trumpeter? Yeah, probably. We need to get in for the damage so that Ill-Gotten Inheritance can... do as much work as possible, basically. Fair enough. But yeah, now we'll play the Inheritance when there's no pressure on us. Usually a good time to play it. What we don't want is for them to play their own. Because that would be annoying. Ooh. So's that. Alright, I'm glad we drew a creature, because there was no guaranteeing we would after what they did. Okay. Let's just keep drawing gas here. The lower we can get them, the better. Yeah, our top deck mode so far has gone pretty well. Creature, Scorchmark. Not too bad. There's every chance in the world, I think, that we... Wow. Alright, so let me do some math here. See what they do after we attack with our Grudian, at least. Ooh, that's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. Okay. I mean, Karn's Bastion maybe as a one-of in, like, the Hardened Scales deck. I could see that happening. I think we just hold on to Skewer. It's going to cost 1 forever, so I think we're okay with that. Karn's Bastion's, you know, the cost it makes you pay for Proliferate is pretty high, but in a deck like that one, it doesn't really matter. Like, your mana will be fine, and it will just give you some upside, so I could definitely see that happening. Keep in mind, I'm nowhere near an expert on Constructed, especially, like, current Constructed. But, you know, I pay attention to the decks and stuff, so I kind of know, but... I wonder what's optimal here. Is it to just skewer the Shaman and attack for 3, attack him down to 6? Or is it attack and kill both of these? I think attacking them down to 6 might be better, especially when we don't have enough mana to use Ill-Gotten Inheritance right now. So if I skewer this, I still attack them down to 6. And I keep this repeatable damage source in play. So I think that's the best best idea. So if we draw land, that would be good. All right. We got there. Man, if we had a swamp in this hand, we are on the draw, but I think it's a really dangerous keep. Whether we're on the draw or not, like, we have to hit a swamp, and if we don't, we're probably dead. And there's like a decent chance we draw one, but and this hand would be so good if just one of these was a swamp. This hand would be great. Between the artist, the jugglers, it would just be awesome. However, I think we have to mulligan it. All right, this one probably less explosive, but it seems all right. Like, if that other hand with just a swamp would have been way better than this hand's going to be with, lands. But it's all right. It's a solid hand. Oh, man, Scorchmark can't kill that. It can kill like every 2-drop in this format that people play except the Trumpeter. Kill a lot of 3-drops in this format too, like the Rakdos Roustabout they're about to play. Oh wait, well, it'll kill that too. I was wrong about the exact card, but this is even something I want to kill even more, so I'll take it. Okay, so Grudian. All right. All the creatures in the world. Okay, so I don't hate the idea of attacking here. If they let us through, then Blade Juggler's a pretty good play, and if they don't, we kill one of these and then we kill the other one with Scorchmark. Yeah. We can play Blade Juggler and Skewer, actually, if they take it. Okay, that's fine. So I think we just play the Skewer now. Alright, so yeah, we'll play our Juggler for the full 5, which, isn't ideal, but works for me. Man, that doesn't work for me. Okay. Now we don't even get a 2-for-1 out of the deal. Once you're not getting a 2-for-1, it can be pretty disappointing. Okay, so guess we'll kill the Firewheeler here. I'm gonna play my own Trumpeter. Looks like they might get us here. Okay, that helps. Right, we're in top deck mode, but they have a better board position. So, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so You're going to block there. And yeah, I mean, I honestly think trading here is probably worth it. We just got to hope we draw well and can trade away for these, well, for the Plague White and stop 2 damage here. Yeah, I mean, they get in for 3, but I think I'm okay with that. Good afternoon, Bunny Nut. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so does that mean we're dead? That means we're dead. All right, game 3 here. Do I want to side in like our Makas so that we can have an earlier start? I don't think so. We already have pretty fast starts. Right, I do think this is a keep. It's, you know, we have 3 black cards. We also have our bomb, and so hopefully we hit a couple mountains. There's a reasonable chance that we do. But even if we don't, our hand has a pretty good start. Yeah, maybe you're right. Get the point could have been a... Ooh, we might get to go a little crazy here early with Pestilent Spirit. Get the point might have been good to side out. Let's see what you're saying. Might play Pestilent Spirit. Come on, mountains. First pick was... I think it's something we ended up not playing. But I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. Crap. Yeah, Pestilent Spirit versus Noxious Grudian is a pretty funny comparison, that's for sure. I'm thinking I'm going to trade my Enforcer for Blade Juggler. If they attack. If they don't attack, then it's whatever. Ah, Rick Smotty, you're right. We actually did end up playing that. We really need that red mana deck. I know I kept a hand without any, but, you know, even one would make me pretty happy right now. Yeah, we are playing Rick Smotty. It got milled once. It's in our deck. There's no reason we wouldn't play it. It's pretty awesome. It might be the most underrated rare in the set, based on what I've seen people say about it and whether or not they play it. Okay. Well, it's not exactly what I was hoping for. No matter what, I would kill 2 creatures if I attack with Pestilent Spirit. Maybe that's just worth it. Maybe. I mean, killing 2 creatures is great. Our problem is we're not that far away from ending up in a situation where there's just cards stranded in our hand and giving our opponent straight up card advantage. But if we get a 2-for-1 here, it's not as bad. Yeah, let's do it. I'm kind of okay with that. They decided to take that, but that might not be a good thing. I would love to just draw a mountain here, you know? That would be wonderful. Okay, we're on our way. Alright, so... yeah, I think I attack with 1 Groody in here. If they want to trade a guy for it, so be it. We can at least skewer in the near future. Too bad we don't have our Spirit in play anymore. I hope we don't get carnaged here. That would break my heart, to lose our Skargan Hellkite. That's probably what we're going to have to skewer. Okay. Yeah, I think we just have to skewer Clamor Shaman. We need red mana. Would I just play this with haste? I would definitely consider it. Making their clock really scary. We can at least play Fireblade Artist. Maybe I should just trade my Orzhov Enforcer if the Acrobat attacks, because then I get a flyer who can actually attack on this board. And probably should attack on this board. Yeah, we are a strange mix of both. We are 1-1 in Event Horizon. Our deck seems pretty sweet, though. Or no, we're not. We're actually 1-0. In this match, we're 1-1. It's our second match. Yeah, just attack with that. In which case, yeah, we're just going to take 2. That's not so good. Wish we had one of those. Alright, there's the red mana. Now it's decision time. Being able to do damage to our opponent or their creatures with the +1/+1 counter effect is nice. Man. The problem is, there's an okay chance they just have a straight-up kill spell, right? Like... in which case, I think we're in trouble. Yeah, Skargan Hellkite was pack 3, pick 1, I think, and it pulled us fully back into red. We were actually looking to go Orzhov for a little bit, but... I don't know what to do here. Yeah, we're going to go with the counter, and we're going to pray, basically. If they have a kill spell, then we're toast, basically. So, all right. So I think we block here. Actually, we can kill that with the Hellkite's ability, so no, we don't. I think we block there. And... chump block here. And take 3. Luckily, the Skargan Hellkite's too big to be stolen. Our Spirit token isn't. I can actually kill Ignis and Plague White here, though. So... Just let it happen, man. Just let it happen. Right. So I think we're going to attack with our Hellkite here and then play Fireblade Artist. Maybe we just attack with both. Nah, I think the safe thing to do is just attack with Hellkite. You know, not playing Fireblade Artist there and attacking might have been wrong. But Hellkite plus its ability plus Fireblade Artist can be lethal next turn, so that might be worth it. All right, we got there. Hellkite for the win again. I've drafted him 3 times, and he's always been nice to me. That is a lot of gold all at once. Off to a 2-0 start. I don't want to get too excited about that just yet because we've had a couple of nice starts before lately and then had things not go so well. But, you know, our deck does seem pretty nice. Loving all the removal and the Hellkite, obviously. All right, this is solid. You know, we got Burn plus Pestilent Spirit, so that's always nice. A lot of the times, Pestilent Spirit is just a 3-mana 3/2 with Menace and Death Touch, which is already a really good card. You don't get to go off that often with its silly other ability. It happens sometimes, though. I think they have Quench here. No, they don't. That's never good, but I'm hoping we can have a fast enough start that we can cope with it. Plus we have Pestilent Spirit and a million burn spells in our hand, so we can just keep killing stuff and attacking. We also have 3 skewers, you know, so the skewers might come in handy here to finish the game off quickly. So we may actually get to do something with our Spirit here. Like if they play a Frenzied Airings here, we can just Scorch Mark it and it dies. Which would be pretty nice. What wouldn't be nice is that, but, you know, that's okay. All right, we got all the removal in the world. I'm guessing they're going to go with the counter. If they don't, I can skewer it. Oh. All right, I guess they did that because they wanted to be able to adapt, but that's a little greedy, I think, because of things like Skewer the Critics. All right, so... and then we'll end our turn. Pestilent Spirit is definitely first pickable. Like I said, you don't always get to go wacky with it, but the fact that it is a 3-mana 3/2 with Death Touch and Menace is enough. Like, it's a great card on its without ever triggering the other stuff about it. It's a good card. So I think we're just going to play our Groody in here. Plan on blocking this thing. Okay. So I think we block the Lizrog. Then we probably have to use Get the Point on our turn. And we might still be in trouble thanks to all the haste. I guess I could have waited to see if they play something scarier, but I think I'm okay with that. This is a tough matchup for us just because... I mean, we do have all the removal in the world, but their creatures are going to get out of range of our burn removal, thanks to Rhythm of the Wild. This one might not. Oh, no, they're riding it. Yeah, so we'll take 3 here. We can skewer it on our turn, but obviously we're at 2 against the deck with Rhythm of the Wild in play, so... Why didn't you just play that too, my man? I can kill both of them. That's interesting. Okay, so we're going to Scorch Mark. If he'd played that too with haste, he could have just killed us. Well, he wouldn't have because we had a way to deal with it, but he didn't know that. I guess we're going to Dead Rebels here. Try to put up some defenses. But all they need is like any creature with haste and we're dead. And they have lots of creatures with haste. Okay, looks like... we might survive. Just barely. We can do Rick's Mahdi silliness soon, which, you know, drawing 3 cards for 4 mana creature is a pretty good deal. I don't think it's such a good deal, though, that I want to do it right away. Maybe I should want to do it right away. I mean, reloading my hand is pretty attractive. So maybe I just skewer them here and then play the Rick's Mahdi Reveler for Spectacle. I actually think that's a really good idea. I mean, drawing 3 cards is some serious business. I could instead attack, I guess, and hold on to Skewer. Oh, except I have to discard the Skewer, if that's what I do. So I think we're just going to Skewer them. And then we're going to play this with Spectacle. Alright, that worked out pretty well. I didn't want to attack. I think the situation was a little too dangerous because we're at such low life and every creature they have has haste. But I'm going to attack here. And then I'm going to play Skargan Hellkite with a counter. And we'll just leave its ability up for now. Alright. So, I think they're just dead. Come on, mouse. Okay, so yeah, they're just dead. I can't imagine that many things that could save them here. I guess there's probably a few, but even if things go wrong, it's not like we don't have some backup in our hand. We can even just use this ability twice, so... What's the one card in their hand? Okay, that is not going to save you. All right. I'm going to be right back. My cat wants into this room. Yeah, well, you can win that with Skargan Hellkite. And Rixmati Reveler drawing us 3 cards was huge. Drew us 3 non-lands, and one of them was our Hellkite. That's a good showing, I think, of how powerful that thing can be. It's pretty situational, but even if you have to play it on turn 2, a 2-mana 2/2 that lets you rummage is a pretty good card. And I think a lot of people underrate that. Like, that's on its own probably a C+, and then you add the other side of the card, and it's probably a B+. I mean, it's good. Well, I don't think we want to keep this. No. Okay, not much better, but I think we have to keep the 6-card version. Yeah, we do want a skewer, that's for sure. Yeah, cat scratching at door emote, not a bad idea. I'm going to play the Roustabout here. I could definitely play the Skewer at some point. Let's hope they don't play their freaking enchantment again. That we only managed to beat thanks to drawing our probably the 2 best cards in our deck. Rixmati Reveler and our Skargan Hellkite. Alright, so I think we're still okay playing a creature here instead of skewering. Like, if we can set up a 1-mana skewer at some point, the mana efficiency is pretty great. So if we can't, we have to pay it for 3 at some point, that's fine. And that looks like what we're going to have to do. But, well, maybe not. If they're stuck on 3, I think we just play our Blade Juggler here. Okay, now we have 2 ways to kill it. Okay, Creative Cloud, I get it. I'll update you later. Stomping Ground, look at that. Going with haste, huh? I can kill both of them. I think I just take 6 here. Maybe I don't. Maybe I block one and kill the other. Yeah, we'll block. There's a get the point, but I think we're cool with using Grotesque Demise here. Hello, Nate Fennelly. How's it going? We are 2-0 in this draft, and we've won the first game of our 3rd match. Skargan Hellkite has been our hero. Okay. I don't love this. Whale. Yeah, it's the first draft of the morning. It's best of 3, so it's a long one. It might be our only draft of the morning. Okay. Mammoth Spider, huh? Okay, so I think I just play my Groody in here. Willing to trade it for the Spider. Definitely willing to trade it for the Spider. Morning, Mad Pretty. Hellkite and the Familiar would be hilarious. That's for sure. So we're going to get the point to Ceratok. I don't think we need that. I guess it would allow us to Dead Rebels and Grudian next turn. So maybe I should want it a little more. Yeah. Full-time draft? What do you mean? Okay, so we're going to Dead Revels. We're going to get back... Do we get back 2 Grudians? I mean, Blade Juggler seems nice, but just being able to trade with everything also seems pretty nice. Oh, a full-time content creator. I see what you're saying. I missed your earlier... Didn't see your earlier post. So... if I don't manage to secure a full-time job for next year, which I haven't at this point, unfortunately, there's a good chance that I will, at least this summer, when, you know, I won't be teaching as much, try being a full-time content creator. So... And yeah, that would mean... I haven't exactly figured out what that would mean, but it would mean a lot more streaming, but it would also mean more YouTube videos. So, you know, we just want this game to go long because we want to find a way to draw our bomb. All the Noxious Grudians. Ah, crap. Okay. All this trading has been nice, but now we really need to draw something. Well, that'll work. It can also trade. I don't know that I would get into Constructed. It's just not really my thing. I don't think it would. Yeah, I have to block this. And now any creature they play has haste. So how do we find our way out of that? Skargan Hellkite? Oh. I'll take it. We've been drawing that Hellkite so consistently. We can't really attack here, but the good news is we can use his ability at the end of the turn. So we can pressure them without having to attack, which is nice right now. We're still at 1, so I wouldn't get too excited, but it definitely... What else could we have drawn that would let us simultaneously pressure them and have a huge blocker? Basically nothing. Alright, so... It's kind of annoying that it asks me to divide it. Usually Magic Online gets rid of these extra clicks, but there's not anything for me to divide it between, so... Oh, I'm sure they have Burn in their deck. But, yeah. So we can potentially win next turn. What they need, though, are 2 creatures with haste. And then they can try to kill us. I can kill that one. And if they make it a 4/3, it's not attacking me this turn, so I don't really care. I'm sure they have one skewer. I don't, like, vividly remember one. Okay, so do we just win here? Because I go 2 to the face, 2 to the face. The safer thing to do might just be to do 3 and 1 here. Oh, let me do the math here. They have 1 card in their hand. I can attack them for 5 and then do 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's actually not enough to kill them. All right, so then we do go ahead and... We're flooding out, but we have an amazing mana sink, so that's nice. We're 1 away from being able to use the ability 3 times. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared to attack. Just because so much could go wrong, like if they bounce him. Okay, that makes it a little easier. So yeah, I think I attack here. Yeah, all right. 3-0, we at least made it to breaking even, which is nice. This draft has been the kind of draft that makes up for the bad luck we've had recently, because now we're having really good luck. Skargan Hellkite and a bunch of like Death Touch creatures has won us a bunch of games. At low life, too, where we barely managed to stabilize. Yeah, so far the Hellkite hasn't really made any noise in Constructed. I think it might be a little too... It doesn't do enough when it comes right into play in Constructed. I think this is a keep on the draw. This is the kind of hand where if I drew a mountain, I probably would just play the Reveler early. Yeah, it's definitely not Glorybringer. Nope. Yeah, it dies too easily to too many things, I think. Ooh, we drew the land. So we probably play a turn 2 Reveler here. I mean, I've seen the spoiled cards from War, but I didn't know there was a leak. Oh, I guess I kind of did. There showed some of the Planeswalkers. There's like blurry images of them, yeah. All right, so I think we play Reveler here, especially since they're having mana problems. Obviously, it's not busted here, but like I said, rummaging with a 2-drop, that's a 2/2, great deal. Like I said, C+ if that's all it could do. But it does a lot more than that, so... See if they have an Orzhov Oligarch. Oh, they have an Enforcer. I think I'm okay with the attack here. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I didn't click on it, but I saw people talking about that on Reddit. Okay, so I think I offer up a trade here. Right, so we get in for 1 still. I think I'm just going to play the Inheritance here. Yeah, having mana problems and trying to deal with... Ooh, we can get our Reveler back for some later game nonsense after we empty our hand. That's going to be nice. Yeah, I kind of looked at him and saw he has a difficult mana cost. He might be playable, but it's hard to say. I haven't looked carefully at him. I haven't been paying super attention to the leaks. Okay. He's good and limited if you can cast him, but his mana cost is so difficult that I understand what you mean by saying he's not playable. Potentially not playable, anyway. Alright, so we get back Rixmati Reveler. And I think maybe the Trumpeter. We'll get the Roustabout. We're not going to skewer here. I think he's like blue, black, 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 red. So that's a challenge. If you're a base black deck, though, and fixing is in this format, I think it would probably work out. I didn't think Niv Mizzet would be playable because of its hard mana cost, and I was wrong about that. That's an interesting choice to kill, I feel like. Okay, so... Player Roustabout here. And we'll end our turn. I think there will be some fixing, but I don't think it's going to be like normal Ravnica sets based on what I've seen so far. That's annoying. There is a way to not be concerned about it, though. No. I guess we let this resolve first. Yeah. Right, so we're going to Scorch Mark the 1/1. Then we're going to Skewer. I may just play the Reveler here. Yeah, I think we do. We lose get the point, but we also draw our Skargan Hellkite again, because why wouldn't we, you know? Why would we not draw it? I don't think Arlen was bad to begin with, Marpletti. I mean, she's not what you expect from a Planeswalker, but for an uncommon Planeswalker, I think she's fine for limited. But yeah, the new Tulsimir obviously makes her a little better. But she also makes Tulsimir better, because she makes them come into play with +1/+1 counters. Wolves, that is. It does kind of bother me that she doesn't transform. Like, they didn't decide, you know... We had one double-faced card before in Core Set 2019 with Nicol Bolas. So her not transforming is kind of annoying, but they printed her at uncommon, so that would be a pain. Yeah, my streak of bad luck seems to be replaced now with a streak of really good luck. So, yeah. I mean, our draft went super well, too. 4 skewers. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I think it'll be interesting. I think a lot of people are going to end up underrating the Planeswalkers that are uncommon in this set just because they don't feel like Planeswalkers usually do. So that might be an edge that people can gain who... you know, are able to look at it in a vacuum and not think about the fact that, yeah, compared to a normal Planeswalker, this isn't good, but, you know, both Kaya and Nahiri are, like, probably first pickable uncommon Planeswalkers because they both have removal spells attached to them. And Nahiri's static ability is actually pretty good. Yeah, they're enchantments that have some upsides and some downsides. That's how I look at them, too. There's some pros about them not actually being enchantments, but there's also some cons about that. This is a really good hand. Yeah, well, printing double-face cards is difficult for Wizards, and the one time they printed only a single one, it was Mythic Rare. So either they had to push her probably to at least Rare, or just decide not to have her transform. Just because it's not worth it for a card that's uncommon, you know. Alright, Fireblade Artist. Let's get the party started. She about to die. Sure is. That's frustrating. That's when you're like, why couldn't I have drawn... we do have the 2 Scorch Marks and Grotesque Demise, which deal with this. I don't know how much I like Angrath. You have to remember, he's not usually making more than 1 token. He's just going to be making 1 big token. And, I mean, I think he's okay, but I don't love him, I guess, is what I'm saying. Yeah. The Angrath spell does look pretty good. Since you get to choose whichever option is going to be best. That may not be good. So... I think we just take this. And then I think we... yeah, we'll play Inheritance. It can help set up our Spectacle on future turns. So... I should probably block this Oligarch at some point. Yeah, I'm just going to block it. Yeah, Menace is nice, but... You know, if it were a 4-mana enchantment that did that alone... Oh, crap. They have their own ill-gotten inheritance. That makes our lives a little more difficult. So we'll play the Guildgate and end our turn. Yeah. This might be a problem. We did beat Dovin's Acuity once already, but their deck never really went off with it. I think this deck's going to go off with it. Okay, so play Grudian. Play Enforcer. End our turn. Yeah, Rick's Mahdi's going to be real good, as he has been several times. It's not quite as good as create a 4/4 token and all your creatures have menace, though. I mean, I see what you're saying, but it's not quite there. All right, so we're going to skewer the Grasping Thrall. Because we can't Scorch Mark here, also, I think it's probably better for us to just hold on to it and maybe use it at the end of their turn. I mean, since we can't Rick's Mahdi also... There's no reason for us to unload it here on a token. Yeah, I mean, I think he's not... I don't think he's bad, but it's hard to judge. I mean, I think at this point I would give him like a C+. And, yeah, but we'll see. Oh, I paid full mana. I knew there was something wrong there. Why do I keep doing that with, Skewer the Critics? Okay. Alright, so... I think we unload this Scorch Mark. Okay, so I think we attack here. Yeah, I do it for Skewer way too often. I click too fast, basically. Alright, so we're going to get to reload our whole hand. It's not quite, ooh, okay. It's not quite, Dovin's Acuity, but it does a reasonable impression. That's not so good. They got 2 really good creatures back with good into the battlefield abilities, which is not what we're hoping for. We need to dig for that Skargan Hellkite. Every time I've mentioned him so far today, it's worked out, but it didn't do it for us there. All right, then I think we just unload our hand. Oh, we can't actually. So they can only play one thing at a time, which isn't great when they're looking at this board state. For them, I mean. Because they could play something else, but that's the kind of thing we don't really want to see. No, I don't really want to see that either. Goodbye, Blade Juggler. Alright, so I think we attack with both of these. I could think about attacking with everything, but when I know they have Chillbringer and Grasping Throw, it makes me less willing. Of course, yeah, let's attack with that too. Alright, so they go to 9. Grudian. Yeah. So even though they can only play one thing a turn, like one of them taps my best creature down and the other one gains them life, so it sort of mitigates against the problems of me having a wider board than them, at least a little bit. Yeah. That's interesting. Okay, so I think we go Fireblade, attack with everything. Okay, so they go to 5, then we play land and... They go to 4, and then we play a land and kill them with Ill-Gotten. Nice. All right, well, good chance for us to go 5-0 here. We're going to go at least 4-2, which is a 60% win percentage. Yeah, so I'll take it. Yeah, if we get done quickly here, I may do a ranked core set 2019 draft after this. If we have about an hour or more left. We may not, though. It depends. Like, if we lose, we probably don't have time for that. But if we win and we go 5-0, then I think we'll have time. Ooh, this is a good hand for going first. We do need that third land, but Rixmati Reveler in a pinch can do it for us. But if we can go Fireblade Artist, Pestilent Spirit, we're in business. Especially with Scorchmark in our hand. Well, one thing I'll probably do, Kevin, is bring back the series I used to do on the Ether Hub on the history of the banned and restricted list. Another thing is I'll be streaming a lot more, I think. And probably 2 MTG top 10s a week. Those are probably the big changes that would happen. And I think I would upload a video probably 6 days a week or so. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably would just start at the beginning again because I did it a while ago, and I think I'm better at making videos now. I have more skills. You know, I know how to use better software, so I'd probably just start over with the series. Opponent's in trouble here. I've considered starting a history channel, but I think the problem with that is it takes so long to get to a point where you can monetize YouTube most of the time. Like, it took me a year to make $100, you know, when I started on YouTube. And eventually you do get to a point where it's sort of a consistent form of additional income, but I think it took probably 3 years to get there. So it's like, the real problem is that I need money, and, I love making the content, and, I've done the math, and I feel like if I make this full time, at least temporarily, I don't know if I would want to do it forever. If I really enjoy it, maybe. And I do love playing Magic, but, there's something to be said. Teaching feels more fulfilling in a lot of ways, if I'm being honest. And I sort of teach, I guess, about Magic, but it's not the same. But the point is, I need money, and as a result, starting a new history channel and trying to get it up to the point where it actually is lucrative is basically impossible. So, at least quickly. How does what compare to Twitch? YouTube? So far, I mean, well, my YouTube channel is much larger than my Twitch following, so you can figure out the math there. Is our opponent here? Kind of feels like they're not here. Thank you, Dildozer. I wasn't asking for you to send me money, but I'll take the $1, man. Yeah, I mean, it's just rough because my my fiance and I live together, and my income is basically the only income because she's chronically ill, and hopefully she'll be better soon or someday. But for now, I have to support both of us, which I can do right now between teaching and YouTube. But the teaching part may not happen next time. Yeah, we got a free win there at the end. How about that? All right, well, we finally broke through our chain of bad luck to have some seriously good luck. I'll take it. I will take it. So we get to update our record here. Okay, math. Does that get us back up to 60? Just have to stop drafting once I get it back up to 60. Yeah, Hellkite, obviously. We always drew it. We did draw a bunch of extra cards, but still.